Welcome to the HP Online Teaching Assistant, an initiative of HP Education. Today, we will explain how to use digital ink in education. The objectives of this educational session are: learn what digital ink is, understand how it is integrated into HP computers, recognize some Office 360 and Microsoft applications where you can work with digital ink, and share some activities you can develop with your students using digital ink. Before we start, I would like to share this video with you. As you saw in the video, the girl found a letter written by her grandmother, and she really liked the handwriting, so she decides to trace it in her computer, to digitize it, and make a modification, which in this case was a flower. And then she took the design to make a tattoo. The concept of digital ink is to do an ink digitization on a computer or on an application, and we'll see how we can do this thanks to different types of computers. For example, we can incorporate digital ink into classrooms for our students' literacy process with this ProBook, which is 11 inches and 360-degree hinge, meaning we can use it in different ways, as you see here. And we can incorporate the HP Active Pen. This pen, along with a built-in digitizer, creates an authentic pen experience that feels like using a real pen or pencil or paintbrush. This opens up new ways of learning by giving students the ability to draw, paint, solve math problems, and take notes. It's just as natural and easy to use as a piece of paper. And for teachers, our strong recommendation is this, the HP ProBook X360-830G7, which is very good because it is more powerful for teachers and is also 360-degree hinge, and has an HP Active Pen. Windows Ink is also supported in both devices, enabling pen-driven experiences that help set ideas in motion, with apps like Screen Sketch, Sketchpad, and Sticky Notes. Windows Ink is pre-installed on the unit. Now I'm going to show you where we can find digital ink on PCs that have this functionality. At the bottom right, you will see this icon of a pencil, which, if we click on it, we get the digital ink area and all the options that we have at our disposal. And these are some of the applications with which you can work with digital ink. For example, in Microsoft Photos, Maps, where you can mark routes, Paint 3D, which is an application from Microsoft to create objects in 3D, OneNote, which is our digital class notebook, PowerPoint, Word, or even in Outlook. In other words, you can write an email with digital ink. And then there are other applications like GeoGebra, or this one called Complete Anatomy of Medicine, where you can make annotations on 3D models of the human body. It is recommended, to get the most out of digital ink, to purchase the Pro Pen or stylus. And this year, HP has released the option of a rechargeable pen that is quite good. With the pen, we can create notes or draw. Also, when you configure your screen, you can activate the palm rejection option that comes in very handy, as normally, when writing, we tend to support the rest of our hand on the surface. So if we pass our palm over the screen by mistake, it does not generate a stroke. To store it, we can include this pen loop to store the pen and also a string to attach the pen to the device, so it doesn't get misplaced. This is a pen zoom, which as you can see here has some buttons that you can configure. For example, I could make this one serve to erase, the one that follows serves as a lasso to select things, and up here there is a button that, if you link it, can open notes. And as part of the digital ink settings on your computer, if you go to Pen and Windows Ink, you could, for example, improve the recognition of your handwriting. For this, you will be asked to input your style of letters, numbers, symbols, and letters, and this helps your PC so that when you write, it quickly recognizes what you're writing and there are no gaps or mistakes. Another cool feature to use in classes with computers that incorporate digital ink are the screen sketch. This allows us to quickly take a screenshot and start scribbling on it. For this, I'll go to my browser. For example, I have this page open. I select the pen of my PC and screen sketch, and here I can start highlighting some important texts, make an explanatory annotation, whatever I want. And when done, I can save it as an image and incorporate it into some other support document for the class. I'm going to include it in my current presentation that I'm teaching you from. Now I'm going to show you how digital ink is integrated into these Office 365 applications: Word, PowerPoint, OneNote, Edge, and Whiteboard. First, let's underline content in Word. For this, I have an open Word document with text. And to use the digital ink, I'm going to draw on my ribbon, and here I already have all the options of pens, among others. In this text analysis exercise, I am asked to highlight the nouns in yellow and the verbs in green. Then I select the highlighter that I have here. I make sure that it is yellow and highlight the nouns. Then I change the color to green and do the same, but with the verbs. Now let's go with PowerPoint. If we were in a math class and I wanted to ask the students to solve the following operation, they could, in PowerPoint, go to Draw, select a pencil, and put the numbers corresponding to the result of each sum: 7, 5, 3, and 6. Then we can use this Ink Replay option to play back everything the student has drawn on this slide. Now they ask me to solve these two operations, but they are given as text. So I take the pen and write the operations again so that I am more comfortable solving them. Here, to do the line, I can, for example, use the help of the ruler, so the stroke is much cleaner. I can rotate the ruler and make different strokes. I can also digitize text or numbers. For example, if I write hello here, then I can take the lasso, select what I have written, and I click on the lightning and it transforms it. Or I can also type something, car, and select the word with the lasso and click on the option Ink to Text. With the numbers, it's the same thing. I can type any number, select it with the lasso, click on the lightning, and it transforms it. Or I could have clicked on the Ink to Math option. It works both ways. Also, if I wanted to, I could draw figures and use this option of Ink to Shape to improve its form. Then I draw a triangle, a circle, a rectangle, select them with the lasso tool, and click on the line or Ink to Shape and look how it perfects the figures. Now let's go to OneNote. I have it open here. Now I'm going to insert an image of a pentagram that I have already saved in my computer. That is to say that if I were a music teacher, I could go to Draw, select the drawing option, which is this icon of the hand with a stroke. Then I choose my pencil, color, thickness, and I can start painting the musical notes on my pentagram. And then I could share this with my students. Another option, very similar to the one we saw in PowerPoint, is the Math option. I can write any operation or equation. And just as in PowerPoint with the lasso option, I select everything and click on Math, and here I click Fix It if I want to correct a number or sign that I didn't do well. To do it, I would select the part I want to fix, and here it gives me possible options. When it's OK, I click on Done. And finally, I click on Ink to Math to transform it. and it's digitized. I'll write a simple equation. 1x plus 2 equals 5. I select the equation with the lasso, click on Math, and the equation appears here. It seems okay. Then I can click on Ink to Math, and additionally, I can select the option Solve for x, and I have cleared the value of the x. X equals 3. I can put it in my sheet. Now let's move on to Edge. I can open PDFs in Microsoft Edge and draw on them. I click on the Draw option and I can start annotating or marking parts of the PDF with my pen. Then I could save it and keep everything I've done on it. Well, now we are going to continue with the Windows Maps application. The Pen tool is also here, and it works quite well for geography lessons, for example. If it's to write on the map, I can use the ruler to mark a route, like this. And this tool here allows us to count the miles between one point and another, for example. If I do a stroke that goes from Madrid to Toledo, here I see the distance in miles. Another of the application that allows digital ink would be Whiteboard, also from Microsoft. I have Whiteboard here, and on this board I have inserted an image to work with younger students who are learning to write. I can ask them to trace the strokes of the letters of the alphabet. They can expand the board a bit more with the pencil, follow the dots to complete the letters. You could also have them draw something, for example, a landscape, or draw their family or their house. Let's get back to the presentation. And before we finish, I want to share this video about Whiteboard.
Our imagination comes alive with a place to play, and the whiteboard is a space to bring our ideas to life. What if we could bring the whiteboard into our digital world and create together in completely new ways? Introducing Microsoft Whiteboard, a new app designed to bring the collective power of the group to life.
As an ad agency, Whiteboard allows us to share our ideas from anywhere instantly. It's become a natural extension of how we work today.
Draw, type, add an image or a note. Watch your ideas take shape. And take your team's creativity to new heights.
Collaborating on Whiteboard is pretty seamless. It kind of feels like there's a flow or an energy where you're just kind of playing off of somebody else. You draw something, they draw right next to it. It's like this conversation that's happening visually.
Whiteboard together in real time from wherever you are. Pick up where someone else left off, or start from scratch. When you're done, you're done. Your ideas are safe in the cloud. Welcome to a new way to whiteboard.
As you saw in the video, this board is suitable for all subjects, or even to work on projects with other teachers. It's quite versatile. So to summarize, digital ink has all the advantages of the work we can do with a pencil and paper, but it takes it a little further, because it makes it more efficient and allows you to work collaboratively online. In addition, digital ink can be used in various applications and allows us to have greater interactivity with each of them, such as turn sketches into shapes, inking equations, write comments, highlight text, and so on. It means we can be productive and also develop our creativity with digital ink. Thank you for watching this video offered by HP Online Teaching Assistant, an initiative of HP Education.